Hey, welcome back to Seed, Soil, Water. I am so stoked that we are here together learning whatever. I don't know what I want to say. Hey, welcome back. I'm so excited to share with you another video today. We're going to review a video by Quasi Joe here, which he is an amazing teacher, an exceptional mind of our time. He has done his studying. He is a proven testimonial. Is worth hearing from him. So let's jump right in.
Quasi here. And in this video, I'm going to share with you how to actually visualize to get what you want and really how to visualize the correct way to be moving towards your goal rather than away from it. In this video, I want to talk to you about visualization. And why I want to talk about this is because I've got a lot of questions about this. And I see that a lot of people have been visualizing for a couple of years, but they don't seem to get the results that they want with it.
Real quick, if you have not checked out Seed, Soil, Water Spa, that's the sister channel to Seed, Soil, Water. Here we talk about concepts, revelation, how-tos, where Seed, Soil, Water Spa is the applied knowledge and the actual experiences, meditations, visualizations. And this video here is kind of key foundational understanding as to what inspired me to create Seed, Soil, Water Spa and the revelation that goes with those experiences and why we choose to take time in our day, every single day, to visualize something.
Why most people don't make visualization work. So there's a big misunderstanding around visualization. And nowadays, people use it to get something. But the whole purpose of visualization is to create that experience in your internal world. So this is used to experience your ideal reality. Okay, so the key word is experience.
And how do we create an experience internally? It's combining thought with the feeling that's associated with the experience as it happens in real time. Like how does it actually feel to have the relief of the desired outcome? That is really the key to the visualization.
When you understand this, then you're no longer trying to manipulate a certain result by visualizing. What most people do is, okay, well, I want this. Come on, visualize this win. Oh, come on, visualize that, visualize this, right? That becomes very, very ineffective. Why? Because if you're trying to manipulate a certain result, what happens is you're creating too much attachment to it, right? So this visualization process is supposed to be at your calmest state when you don't need something. You're coming from a place of scarcity. You're really reinforcing the scarcity when you need something. So subconsciously you're saying, I don't already have, so I need to visualize to get.
It's kind of like a poverty mindset, like trying to make it happen. And therefore it's sending out the signal that I do not have, and therefore I need. In our previous series about quantum physics, the word and manifestation, we come to this from the revelation of the finished work of the tetelestai paid in full. And if you have not heard that flow, go tune into that, because it really starts to generate the thought process of what does paid in full mean to you? What would that look like to you? What would that feel like to you? And this is the point of revelation that we should be starting from, to realize, like, well, it's anything, it's paid in full and it's all available. Now it's just a matter of submitting the order, while also kind of leaving it up to creation to be like, this or the best of possible outcomes according to what your knowledge of my timeline should be, in alignment with the revelation of divine identity. Let's keep going.
So when you use this to just experience your ideal reality and let go of what is happening or what happens, then life naturally brings this experience to you. You naturally recreate this internal experience in your external world. Okay, I want you to keep that in mind. Now, the next thing is, when people visualize, they only do one type of visualization. But what I want you to know is there are two types of visualization. So before we even go on to that, understand that there is what's known as desire and there is what's known as intention. Now I'm going to clear up the distinction between the two. Desire is the focus on the goal itself. Okay, so desire is solely the focus on the goal. This is the feminine aspect. Intention is the focus on the movement towards the goal.
So we have the goal, and then we
What
have
do I mean by
movement toward the goal.
Well, desire doesn't care about how and like how you move towards the goal. It just keeps focusing on the goal. Unless and until you're like one step away from achieving your goal, desire isn't that useful. Okay. Intention, on the other hand, focuses on how you're going to get from this point A to that point B, and really that movement towards it, taking step by step, getting you towards that. Intention is you crafting it out by the power that you possess, right? So understand that desire is futile if you don't have intention. With just desire, you're not going to move towards your goal. But
real quick, the power that you possess. This is such a weird subject, especially if you come from a background narrative of religion. It's like, on the one hand, we're like, the same spirit who rose him up from the dead lives in me. But then we are like yet encouraged to live in this false humility of being like, but I'm not God, which we're not. We're not the uncreated being, that created everything. But it does say that we're made in his image. It does say that the same spirit that rose Christ Yeshua up from the grave lives within us. It does say that greater is he who is in us than anything in the world. So therefore there is power there, and we should not be living with this false humility, shying away from the reality of like, yeah, I know who I am because I know who my daddy is, and therefore it's all a go. And I'm just going to keep pointing my mind into the direction of my dreams and my purpose and my divine identity, and I'm going to just continue inviting and trusting that the program, creation, the universe, is programmed in such a way that it knows who I am, and that I'm saying, hey, I want all of creation to align with the revelation that I have, that I'm made in the image of the creator, and therefore bring about, this is what I'm ordering up. And and it's really just the heart work that comes before these steps, is to get yourself right in your heart, to see if you're in alignment morally. Do you have self-control? The fruits of the spirit ought to be in alignment, and then all of what you're visualizing and dreaming up should come from this place. So I believe that all of these principles are true regardless of whether or not you have done the work internally to take up your cross and become whole. And that's why we live in this world that we live in, because it says that he's no respecter of persons. That means these universal realities don't change based on whether or not you've done the work to be whole, to be pure. So there are people that have used these concepts, and they're visualizing and manifesting and bringing about things that are just so pointless. They have nothing to do with becoming the best version of ourselves, so that divine accumulation happens for all. Once we're all in position, and once we've all purified ourselves in the living water, these things, we should not be afraid of how to use the applied knowledge now to actually activate the finished work in our lives. The ones who just are stuck in the spiral of self-indulgence and greed and whatever, like, the principles are still going to be universally applicable, but there will be no positive accumulation, and it often just leads to destruction. And that's how we all sometimes get caught up in the storms of life and just destruction, because people are utilizing the principles, but they have no root systems or wisdom to know how to appoint them according to something that would actually bear fruit.
Intention won't even exist without desire. So you need both of them. Desire is the feminine aspect of it. Intention is the masculine aspect. You got to fill up the bucket of your desire and have it transfer onto the bucket of your intention. Okay? So desire leads to intention. Now, what happens is most people lose this life energy. Okay? When you get demotivated, when you get demoralized and you can't think about your goals anymore, you keep going to your job and you keep doing the same mundane thing over and over again, your life energy is just gone. This desire is missing. You can't even conceive of doing anything different because this has become so much your worldview. Okay? So for people who don't have desire, this bucket is empty. So this
How many of us know somebody who has just learned to roll over to life. They don't have any desires. They don't even know what they would want. They don't even know where to think of where they would start to want anything. This is another huge issue because you're just going to run the same script over and over again. You're just running the same program every single day, day in, day out. Seed, soil, water, spa. That's another thing behind visualizations, is that I'm writing experiences and I'm coming up with things that maybe you've never even thought of. Just go and enjoy it. It's like a 12-minute experience that maybe you've never thought of having, and you maybe never even will have in the physical, but it's a fun little like adventure that you get to just have in your ears, in your mind, and in your imagination. It's just fun. It's so fun to me. I hope you find that it's fun too. And on top of that, our physical body and our physical health is either igniting us into this energetic place of being able to even have desires. But how many know if you've gone through health setbacks, sometimes it is so challenging to think about doing anything because you're just like, I'm so exhausted, or I'm so in pain. I don't want to do anything, or I cannot do anything. So healing our physical body is such an important part of this process as well. And a lot of that has to do with our mind, and it also has to do with other things like nutrition and clean water, clean air, exercise, uprooting past traumas. So please stick around. If you haven't already, subscribe. I invite you to subscribe, ring the bell to all on both channels, Seed, Soil, Water and Seed, Soil, Water Spa, because there's so many different ways that we are going to apply how to create a life. So that's why we're here. That's what the mission is. It's just a you versus you and a me versus me thing. We're not here to create a club. I'm not trying to create a new energy pendulum. I'm just here to allow this revelation to flow in hopes that it connects dots for whomever is listening. So please stick around, share this with anybody that it might resonate with, and let's keep going.